good? Get out of here! Thank you.
Leave.
Love you. Don't do that. Spooky?
Does it look
Is
good?
it spooky?
Is it spooky? Do this
Is
for
it spooky?
Spooky Toper.
Yeah.
Is it?
No. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Leave.
Bye. Get out of here. Thank you. We love you. Bye.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Big Boys Talking. I'm Matt. Oh, yeah. All right, we're going to try that again. I'm a little flabbergasted from the movie we just watched.
Oh.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Big Boys Talking. My name is Matty Light, and this is
Big John
in the house, and we
are here.
Yeah,
baby. Ba, ba, ba.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. I am having the best spooky season
Me
ever,
too.
dude.
It's been really fun so far.
Woo, woo, woo. That's the excitement siren. Yeah. Oh, man.
So we
no.
I'm rolling on the cable.
Look at it, look at it, look at it,
We
look
got
at it.
lazy and didn't set up the mic stands. Don't talk to us. Don't add
Yeah,
us.
don't add us because we're not.
Well, we rocking. Big boys talking. Got my Nikes on. John's crocking. It might be shocking. It's just big boys talking. Turkeys flocking. Big boys talking. Apple sausage. Big boys talking.
All right.
Yeah.
We're back with
Yeah.
another spooktacular episode. And I'm having a good time, like I said before. You having a good time?
Yeah, I'm having a really good time. We, us big boys, I think if you watch it and you follow it, then you know it. We asked you all, hey, we want to watch bad horror movies.
Really
and
bad
we
ones.
want to review them right here. And so what did we do? We
watched
watched a bad movie.
bad
Oh,
movie.
my God, it's so bad.
It was so bad, it was good.
So shout out to my boy, Frankie Bobby. He,
Big Frank.
Big Frank. I'm trying to remember what his rap name is. I can't, but I'll ask him tomorrow. I know.
The F dog.
I know.
I don't know.
I know. Ben goes by Big Murphy Nervous.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Murphy Nerves. Anyways.
Holy crap.
Frank told me about this today, and he was like, Matt, it's probably one of the worst films I've ever watched. It has two names.
It has two names.
The video we watched was titled Demon Island, which is what it's known by in some cases.
Yeah.
But the movie title within the video said Pinata Survival Island.
And let me tell you something about this movie. What's crazy to me was there was actual actors and actresses that we recognize.
Yeah, big homie from Buffy. He was in there.
Homegirl from My Name is Earl.
Yeah, and Joe Dirt.
And Joe Dirt, and Not Another Teen Movie. She's in
Yeah,
a
she's
lot
in a
of
lot
stuff.
of movies. Oh, my drink fell.
Oh no, bro. Just a little bit though. He
Hey,
got it.
We're back. We're back.
He got it, ladies and
back.
gentlemen.
We're back.
Woo! We're
Yeah.
gonna put the applause there. Woo!
But who else did it have?
It had
that
the-
guy from 8 Mile.
Yeah, it had the dude from 8 Mile that was like supposed to be Rabbit's friend, but wasn't Rabbit's friend
Yeah,
because
'cause-
he walked in the studio and he was boinking Rabbit's girl. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Rabbit was all like,
Yo, what up? Spaghetti,
Yo,
spaghetti, spaghetti.
spaghetti.
And that guy was, in fact, the token black guy of
He
the
was.
horror film. Because
He was.
if you watch horror and you've watched all of the scary movie, and not like all of the movies that make fun of that stuff,
generic slashers, even the campy ones that make fun of
there's
it.
always the token black guy. It's campy. It's kind of overtly racist
A little bit.
and it's rough. But yeah, I mean he was
there.
He was
Now,
there.
One thing that we noticed, first and foremost, this movie, it gets really to the point really quickly. Like, there was someone dead within the first 20 minutes.
It didn't.
It was
yeah.
crazy. And it's a 2002 film.
Yeah.
So,
it went from 0 to 100 real quick.
That particular gentleman was, like, the fourth person to die.
He was.
And if you watch horror films, you know that's not normal.
Scary Movie makes fun of that all the time
Yeah.
because he's like, oh, I'm the black guy. I'm gonna die first. You know, that's So that was surprising.
It really blew my mind.
But I did not like how he died.
No. You just go watch the movie.
Go watch it.
It was not good.
I
literally
so
messaged
awful.
Frank. I was like, Frank, you didn't. Why the didn't you tell me how he died? And okay. Anyways.
But let's talk about the first guy that died and how awesome that whole scene was and how you 100% called it. You called it from the very.
All right. So there's these two, right? They're like ditzy. They're the ditzy ones, and like you're like you see it and you're like, oh man, what are we about to see? We're about to see something crazy that's always in a horror movie.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be titties?
Nope.
Is it gonna be crazy fighting or like maybe some like funny little scene where someone's like, haha, there's no way something bad could happen? Or is it gonna be weed? Well, they faked me out. Let me tell you, because this gentleman pulls out a key to the handcuffs.
He goes.
And
Look
like,
look what I got. And it's the key.
And we were like, like I was like straight up like, oh man. He was like unlocking there's handcuffs. Don't worry about it. And watch the movie. It's on YouTube for free. It's been there for 7 years.
We will put the link.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
But so he gets that out, and like I look at John. I'm like, he's got the key. I'm wondering who got the weed. And then I was like, because someone's gonna be like, yo, what about this? And it's weed. I mean, moments later. Talk about it, John. Tell him.
Literally right after he said that, the very next thing the guy goes, look what else I got. And it's a fat doobie.
It's a big old doobie, baby. Oh, my God.
And when they're outside, they're on an island.
Yeah.
And they're outside in the part they're in, it's like there's trees and stuff, but it's pretty open. And what was so funny to me, even being of the straight edge, was when they smoked it, and it was just this cloudy haze that stayed around them. It didn't disperse.
It was right there. And like, oh my God. And they were all like, "No, man, oh my gosh!"
And then they were like, they were giggling about everything.
Is that a pinata?
And then they would kiss. They did.
Oh my God, let's go over here. She kept calling him Bill instead of Bob.
Yeah, his name was Bob, and she kept calling him Bill. Holy
Let's
crap.
see. What else? What else? Great. There was a weird scene where there was a dead deer on the island. So this is an island in Mexico. The movie takes place around Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
And,
it's pretty rough, dude.
I don't understand. There's a lot of plot holes. But there's a white-tailed deer on this like tropical island. I don't know where the hell that came from, but and it was in like full buck too. Like it was ready to go.
Yeah, that thing was large and in charge and dead. It did.
It did. Now the real thing that we need to talk about here is the pinata itself.
Holy crap, dude!
The many forms, the many sounds.
Okay, so let's break it down. If you love like watching horror movies, and if you ever watched, I'm assuming Sci-Fi Channel, it's still around and stuff. I haven't had cable in years.
It is still around,
but Sci-Fi used to do original movies.
Mm-hmm. Always monsters.
And always like just really crappy monsters or aliens or something.
Large animals.
The CGI was always horrendous.
Yes.
And that's exactly what this movie was.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If this didn't... I'm not positive if this came out on Sci-Fi, but...
It totally could have.
I would imagine that it definitely aired on Sci-Fi or Spike TV.
100%.
On Spike. Yeah, dude stuff. Yeah. Spike TV.
Spike TV.
Video games. Man stuff. Spike. So anyways.
So you talked about the plot holes. There's so many of them, and one of those plot holes, they really explained the pinata, what happened with it, And so you were like, okay, cool. I know exactly why this pinata is the way it is.
Yeah, why it looks
and
that
why
way.
it's doing it and why it looks that way. Like they actually went into an in-depth explanation at the beginning of the film. So it was like, cool. It's not just like, hey, demon pinata. Like we knew why.
Yeah, yeah.
But what they
Clunky
didn't,
exposition was there.
What they didn't explain whatsoever was why in the it could shapeshift.
Yeah, it kept getting. It would get bigger in some ports.
Ports?
Yep, like HDMI. It would get bigger in some parts of the movie, and then smaller in others. It had a flying form.
Well, see, at first we thought, because when he would kill people, he absorbed their souls. So our thought was, because at first it looked like he was getting bigger with each kill. We were like,
Right.
oh, every soul he absorbs, he gets bigger. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden
Like
he
in the
changed
final
into like a
battle?
tiny little flying thing, and he was like,
Yeah,
I was, what?
We have a theory that they paid for the CGI on this, and they got like to the end, and they were like, "Yay, you guys are really under budget on your CGI," and they were like the directors were like, "Well, can you make it look better?" And the people in the studio were like, "That's pretty expensive."
Yeah, I can't do that.
But what if we made him do like a bunch of cool different shapes? And everyone in the studio was like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what? Let's do that."
Woo!
Woo! And that's how the movie got born. Zero closure.
No, it just done.
Ended.
They tried to do the whole Exorcist thing too, where it was
Yeah.
like it flashes the monster's face at the end. Wasn't even
Is there a second?
what? Oh, we gotta see
Is
if
there a
there's
second
sequel.
Survival Island?
Check-
Hang on, folks. Hang on.
We're doing a little googling right now, right this second, because we need to know if there's a second one. Oh, we were googling something else before. Hey-oh. Hey-oh.
Jamie Presley. You know what I'm saying?
Check, you type in Jamie Presley and then a certain word after that in Google search and have a lot of fun, friends.
Things do happen.
That's the homegirl from My Name Is Earl and stuff. She is the perfect example of hot white trash girl. 100%. Yeah, Matt snapped in agreement. For those of you listening and not watching, man, this I can't praise this movie enough because it was so funny, and it's definitely not. Don't watch this by yourself because you'll get bored and you'll hate it.
There was no sequel.
No sequel.
No sequel.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It could have been way worse.
You can buy it used on eBay
Ooh,
for $5.
that's
A DVD copy.
that's a deal and a steal, brother.
Stealing and dealing?
Stealing and dealing, willing, billing, brother.
So anyways.
It's Bob. His name is Bob.
His
not
name
Bill.
was- Bob. Not Bill. Oh, right. Oh, we were drinking. And yeah, we were smoking.
You gotta
But
watch
I
the movie.
swear it was a pinata. All jokes aside, the movie had the idea of being a good movie.
if
but
it was
horrendously underfunded.
if it was anything but a pinata, and if they didn't have so much crappy CGI, it could have been like an actual decent B-side horror movie.
So you would get to like a serious scene where they're all talking about the scary thing, and then someone would be like, "It's a pinata," and like it just ruins it all.
Like-
the whole atmosphere is gone
Because
when
they're
you.
sitting around the fire, and he's like getting in depth to the story because he's like, I've heard of this. And he tells the whole story, and she was just like, it's the pinata that kills us. And you're just like, oh
my God,
dang
come
it.
on.
I was getting drawn in for just a second, and then it was just like, oh yeah, it's a pinata.
I just remembered the narrator in the beginning.
It was totally a white guy trying to sound Hispanic.
Yeah, he
I'm
was just like-
convinced.
And then the people, they made the pinata.
The shaman blessed it.
It was
Very good.
Go watch that movie.
It's fantastic.
Official rating, Big Boys rating, 6.9 out of 10.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. Nice. Yeah,
Um,
dude, that was great.
Yeah, it was. I'm glad we did that. We'll probably do that again.
Yeah, I've got one that I really want Matt to watch. I have seen it. I think I own it. I'm pretty sure. I'll have to look through my DVDs. I owned it at one point. But it's called Trailer Park of Terror. And I need you to watch that movie because it's phenomenal.
You ever watch Bordello of Blood? It's a Tales from the Crypt movie. It has like little people, strippers in it.
No, I haven't.
All
seen
right,
that
I know
one.
what I'm showing, John.
I think that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna show him a movie he hasn't seen. He's gonna show me a movie I haven't seen, and so to finish out the wonderful October month, the spooktacularness of October, we're going to continue this fun little journey of watching bad movies and reviewing them.
You know what I like the most about this? Getting to look at the Apple TV City.
Yeah, that's pretty
In
cool.
the background.
on my little TV.
Oh man. Well,
That was so fun. It was good. Where we at time wise? We've been going for a minute or two. Shoot, we got time, baby.
you know what? I think I'm about to talk about stuff.
We about to do
you know
some-
why? Because
we are here.
You already knew that was coming.
God!
You silly.
Baby, I love it. So listen,
Just remembered my Dracula from last week.
that Dracula's the best Dracula ever. I'm gonna suck your blood.
Come here.
No, no. Don't you run from me.
I want to suck your blood.
That's amazing. Oh man. Let's see here. Like, we didn't really have anything else planned other than talking about the movie itself.
Yeah, I
but-
got so excited when we found a movie we both hadn't seen.
Dude, and it was great.
I
really wish we would have filmed our reactions. We literally stood up and clapped at the end of it.
It was beautiful.
It was the most organic, happy. I think we were both happy that it was over and happy that it was just that bad.
Don't cry because it's over. Stand up
Step
and
and
clap
clap.
because it happened to begin with.
Put that on a Live, Laugh, Love poster with flowers and bees and shit. Oh man, just a little.
Yeah, just a little.
Just a. Hey, if you know, you know, and if you don't,
remember,
pose.
then you forgot.
Then you forgot. I don't know if you can see behind us, but we got Master P in the house.
Make him say,
Nah.
Yeah.
I got the talking Master P. Make him say dog behind us because he needed to be with the big boys tonight. Tonight. We are young.
Whoa! That was
Yay!
awesome. I hope you guys heard that.
Oh
my gosh.
We either sounded really good or when
really
when we
bad.
go back and listen to it, we're like, wow, we didn't harmonize at all like we thought we did.
I'm pretty sure we got it, though.
I think we did. It sounded great.
That means that I could actually... John's got a little pop punk project that I've been wanting to sing harmonies on, and that means I could probably do it.
That'd be great. Speaking of music, we are music men.
We are guys who do
music.
We like it and we do it.
So we occasionally do talk about our musical endeavors.
Yeah, we used to be called The Thing.
So if you didn't know, and you do follow us musically, our band that was called Outcast had a name change. We originally were going.
Can I say the name?
Yeah, say it.
No, you go ahead. Say what you were going to say.
We were originally going to stop being Outcast altogether and stop playing the music and stuff and become a new band under the name Retribution. But Retribution. But after going on the tour and the shows we've played, getting to play the Back to Basics EP songs live, it made us realize we want to keep playing those songs in that style of music, but we still wanted a different name.
Yeah. Hardcore is awesome, and I don't know. I think we got bored. And we got quarantine. Like, our last show we played was... no offense to anybody that went to that show. You probably don't listen to this because you guys were kind of... So... that show sucked, and it was the worst taste ever in my mouth for playing that music. But ever since we come back, I just want to keep playing this music with my homies and not play something I don't want to play.
Yeah.
And
we definitely can't do metalcore now because both like Dying Wish, Wrist Meets Razor, all of these bands have just put out complete and utter bangers, and
we can't drop a debut metalcore EP in 2021 with all these good bands playing
Yeah,
music.
dude.
There's just no way.
It's just not happening. And we're good at what, like, not to toot our horns, but we're good at what we do.
That, you, your mom, your cousin. I'm awesome at drumming. John's awesome at screaming. Retribution is a awesome band, and you should go listen to us. I'm done being pretentious.
So much beeps. It's going to be like, beep, 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 you, beep, 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 your mom, beep, 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 beep.
Band. But yeah, that's what we did. That's what we do, and that's what we're going to keep doing. And if you don't like it, don't listen.
That's fine. You don't have to. And cool thing is, we are writing new music and plan on trying to drop some type of demo of some sort before the year is over. And we're going to be working with some cool cats on it, so stay tuned, fellas. And also, the big boys, I'm going to attempt to start getting some better equipment for us here in the near future.
Yeah.
To where we can do more. We can actually start having guests.
Yeah.
We keep talking about that, and I really, really, really want it to happen because there's a lot of people I want on this podcast that I think would be so much fun and would be hilarious to have on.
We just literally can't have you, as you've seen with other people that we've had in the room. We have to. It's like there's a mic handoff.
Yeah.
There's a mic handoff. You can't hear me when I don't talk to the mic.
And for those who are just listening, Matt took the mic away from his mouth.
As to motion a mic handoff.
And then said mic handoff, not in the mic.
So anyways, have you ever seen the movie Double Dragon?
Dude.
Do you remember that time we saw that dude? And he was at a gas station, and we screamed out the window, "Hey, you ever seen the movie Double Dragon? And then wearing a shirt just like yours. It's awesome!" Well, we have crazy, crazy fun adventures.
Dude, but on the real, Double Dragon
Double Dragon's
rules.
an awesome movie.
It's
so
terrible,
sick.
but it's so good. Kind of like Pinata,
Survival Island / Demon Island. Oh wait, I want to read the 2 notes that I wrote.
Let me read. Yeah, Matt was supposed to keep notes the whole time, and he got to 2 and then stopped. So let's hear these notes.
This episode.
I like it.
I like it.
I like it.
Lot of space.
Not me though, just you. I think my belly's been hanging out the whole time.
I hope so.
That's just for you, fellas.
If we set the camera upright, we shouldn't see any of that.
Probably. Dude, I've been leaning back this whole time.
So this is for the review for Demon Pinata Survival Island. That's what I called it. Opening credits. Wow, waxy.
You just gotta watch it.
Yeah, you'll know. And then the second and only other note that I have is the video is called Demon Island, but the title was Pinata Survival Island. Ha ha ha. So
there's the notes.
There's the notes.
Like we said, we gave it a 6.9 out of 10.
Nice.
And so I don't know if the wrestlers are in the frame right now because Chelsea set the camera up for us, but I got some new wrestlers today.
Yep.
I just wanted to tell you guys that because I got excited about it.
They're awesome.
I'll show you the one that's really cool. Oh, for those that are watching, for those that are listening, sorry about your luck, Chuck.
I can describe it to you. I can just as a person who doesn't know anything about wrestling, I'll describe this figure for you.
Yes, please do it.
Okay. One big old bajumbas. Okay. Big old bajumbas.
Holy crap.
2. We got the red hand over the loincloth.
Yeah.
Obviously indigenous.
Yes.
I'm cultured. I know about this stuff.
Yes.
We got some sick Skyrim boots.
Yes.
With knee pads.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
We got some sick The Rock tattoos. Is that a Triforce?
I don't even know, dude. That's the women's championship. AEW women's championship.
No, I was talking about this tattoo.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyways, and it's the women's AEW's champion. What's this wrestler's name?
This is Nyla Rose. Cool thing about Nyla Rose, she was, I think, the second AEW women's champion, and she is actually a transgender wrestler, male to female. So this was very groundbreaking for mainstream
Yeah, no
wrestling
kidding.
to happen. And she's freaking awesome. And she plays like she's a heel or a bad guy
Yeah.
most of the time. And she does a fantastic thing. And for my wrestling fans out there, her manager is none other than Vicky Guerrero. Guerrero, you hear me? Roll my R's. Woo!
Oh,
Vicky Guerrero.
I am sopping wet right now.
And for those who don't know who Vicky Guerrero is, that was the late great Eddie Guerrero's wife. Rest in peace, Eddie, one of the best wrestlers of all time. But if you know Vicky, you don't know anything.
I don't
about
know
this,
what's
but
happening.
She goes,
Excuse me.
I moved the mic back because it's so. I know that's probably so.
No, it didn't peak.
That's good.
No
But
clipping.
she screams, "Excuse me," and it's the funniest thing. She's just like this loud, obnoxious, like, just she plays it so well.
I like it.
Yeah, it's cool. But yeah, that's one of my favorites from that series. They had the Young Bucks again for those. That's the third set
They're
of
young.
Young Bucks.
They're Bucks.
Who else did they have? They had Lance Archer, which was cool because he's it's cool to have a figure of that homie boy. And then they had the Revival, which was cool because that's the first time they had AEW figures. Those guys were in WWE, so they had WWE figures too. But yeah, that's my wrestlers. I just wanted to tell you guys that because I'm excited because that happened today. They came in, so
We bumped knees.
I like it.
I didn't watch wrestling this week, but I did watch that boxing match.
Oh, Tyson
Fury and
Wilder. Is that how you say
Deontay
him?
Wilder.
Yeah,
Dude.
dude. Tyson Fury knocked the dog crap out of him.
All right, big boys are about to be barking for a second.
Oh, here we go.
Tyson Fury wouldn't have won that fight if he wasn't such a fat who laid on Wilder the entire fight. The ref was constantly backing him up from laying on top of Wilder. And I mean, dude was literally rocking 300 pounds. Like, his like, I know I'm I'm a big boy, okay? But
Yeah.
homie was rocking love handles that were like actually like hiding the top part of his shorts.
Yeah.
Like,
He's always been that way, though.
Deontay Wilder should have won that fight because he is the better boxer. But props to Tyson Fury for, one, going 10 rounds with that guy because that's crazy.
Yeah.
And, two, for a very clean knockout because it was a very beautiful knockout. When
Yeah,
it
I watched this. I didn't watch the whole fight, but I watched the slow mo of the knockout, and it's
Bro, Wilder.
like because that's my thing. Like Tyson, like you talk about Tyson Fury, like that was probably his game plan because he knew he was bigger.
He talked about it.
Yeah, you gotta wear him out. Because Muhammad Ali did the same thing, but he did it rope-a-dope style where he was constantly moving and tire him out, and then he'd give him the power shots.
Yeah.
So it's the same aspect, like the same idea, but when you're a heavyweight, you don't move and bob and weave too much. But I will say the highlights that I watched, Fury really did have good movement. It just doesn't look like he's doing a lot because he's so big.
Yeah. Well, like watching the fight itself, going through the whole thing was frustrating. Wilder got a was knocked down, and then the next round he came back and got 2 knockdowns.
Yeah.
On Fury, and we were like lit, like we were like, oh, this is it. This is it. Fury's about to get his jaw clocked, and that's it. And the rest of the fight, the rough and rowdy that you did. It very much so reminded me of that.
I'm telling you, man.
There was so many punches happening. They were pretty much just all getting landed by Fury because he had the height.
Yeah.
Everything was getting ducked. No uppercuts were hitting. And Wilder was throwing everything he had into his punches the last 2 rounds.
Yeah.
And every time you could watch, he got wobblier and wobblier.
Yeah.
But it was a good fight. It was a lot better than the fight previous to it, like one of the opening cards.
Yeah.
There was a fight that went full 12 rounds, no knockdowns.
Nothing.
It was so boring.
They just danced.
Yeah, it was one of those like really big 2 up and coming people.
Right.
Even though one of them was like an Olympic boxer, it was like I guess he was from Africa or something. It was like up and coming, and it was like all technical.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I'd say as like a boxer, it was probably like, man, that was a great match.
The announcers were like, I know everyone in the crowd is kind of upset right now, But man, this is some next level technical boxing. And everybody at the apartment I was watching it at, we were like, oh man, when's this
Knock
gonna
him
be
out.
over? When's Mike Tyson's Chicken Fury gonna come out?
Holy
Oh,
crap. That's
yeah.
amazing.
It was good stuff though. It wasn't
Yeah,
no
dude.
wrestling, but it was good stuff.
Well, you know me, I love wrestling, but I also love martial arts and boxing and MMA and all of the above. I really enjoy watching that. I've been watching a lot of randomly leaked onto actual like Thailand Muay Thai
Yeah.
and watching like it's not underground, but it's very traditional.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing about like in that Muay Thai, I'm pretty sure it's the timer is based off the music. So as long as the music is playing,
Mm-hmm.
they have to fight. But when the music stops, that's when the round's over.
Ah.
So like the I guess the musicians, they know the songs are timed out perfectly or something. I don't know. I don't really know all of it, and I could be completely wrong, and I apologize if I am. But from what I gathered and the knowledge that I've had from the Muay Thai classes I used to take and the studying I've done on it, like that's very traditional where it's the music. It's a lot like Capoeira was the same way because it was like
Oh, those are those kicks you do.
yeah, those crazy kicks I do in the mosh pit.
Mouse.
Mosh. Yeah, dude.
Well, that's cool. We did cool things, or
Yeah.
maybe we didn't. I don't know. You be the judge
You beat the bubs.
and just decide they're knocked loose.
That new EP is fantastic, and let me tell you, I love the fact that it is a concept album. Here's the thing: I was reading about what they did.
Yeah,
They isolated themselves in a cabin
as you should.
and wrote that album.
Yes.
It was a concept that the singer Brian came up with, and then the person who made the art, what looked like actual stop motion art.
Yeah, it did look like stop motion.
Like I'm pretty
claymation.
sure that was actual claymation.
Mhm.
It just visually and like everything about that was just, I went and listened to the EP today, just driving, working. It's good.
Great. Yeah.
It's great, but
with the visuals.
But with the visuals, and I'm really glad the first time I actually listened to it was with the actual visual of that, because dude, it made it so it's so good. So like when I listened to the EP, I was like, man, this is really good. But I kept thinking about the visuals that went with it, and I think that like if you haven't listened to it yet, please go watch the video with it first, because it makes the experience so much better.
It's like for all John hates this, but for all you Tool fans out there, I like Tool. You know how their music videos are. It's very similar.
Yeah.
Very very similar in the not to be like, oh, like this dude ripped off whatever. It's not like that, but it's just the overall vibe and like the actual animation of it does seem very similar to like Tool's work, work. And so I don't know, it was really really good, and if you like that kind of stuff, then don't listen to this because you'll hate it.
You'll hate the music, yeah. And here's what I'll say about Knocked Loose. The first time I saw Knocked Loose, dude, I think it was like 2012 at this place in Louisville. It was called the Keswick Democratic Club. It was just like this building, I'm assuming was like what it was, a Democratic club kind of
probably like
where they do like held
regional convention
county
place or whatever.
meetings and stuff.
Your local chapter.
Yeah, and I remember they were opening up the show. I'd never heard of them or anything, and they came out and they were babies at that point.
Yeah.
And it was so bad, I went outside. And that was at a time in my life where I kind of had this rule where I didn't go outside for any band. I moshed for every band regardless if I knew them or not.
That was when John was putting on everybody.
Yeah, and I went outside, and I was like, that's horrible. I never want to hear that again. And, they put out the EP that has, like, the gospel and stuff on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, wow, they've gotten a lot better. And then each release has just been like, okay. And dude, just live now, they're spot on. That band, I will say this about Knocked Loose, and anybody can talk their crap. They can say they sold out or whatever. That band grinded every single step of the way to get where they were, because there are plenty of videos from some of their first tours of them playing in front of 12 kids.
Yep.
In like the middle of nowhere, Idaho and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Now they're back in Idaho with a sea of people watching them at Knotfest.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like, more people than I've ever seen watching that band. That's crazy, man.
And it's, you know, what's cool, too, is the members of that band, they have supportive parents, which I think is very cool, which, if you're a musician, especially a musician that plays in the hardcore scene, you know that that's not a very common thing. It's still not. I'm a 30-year-old man, and I still have zero support when it comes from my family.
Yeah, my parents, my family, they're like, "Oh, how's your little band going?"
Yeah.
But I don't like it. They just.
So I think the combination of all of that stuff.
It was a perfect storm.
It was a perfect storm, and I got nothing bad to say about that band.
No, we've all done our fair share of making fun of. Especially bands that like cover Knocked Loose.
Yeah.
Given that they're hey, if a band is currently putting out music and they just started existing in the last 10 years, maybe don't cover them.
Yeah, except you can do that to Hate
Breed.
But you only cover
they've been
like
around since.
You only cover like Supremacy Back.
Yeah, it's.
That's the only good stuff.
Be smart. But anyways, he won't get made fun of. Sorry, Sam. And the rest of you boys. Love you guys. But like, that band is sick, and they are bringing Kentucky a lot of pride.
Yes.
In the hardcore community and not in the hardcore community, because people that don't like hardcore listen to Knocked Loose.
They're on tour with Gojira right now.
And Body Snatcher.
Yeah.
What a combination of bands
That's
to go watch.
That's insane.
What?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It rules. And, like, dude, I think just what's going on, just heavy music in general, not just hardcore. Like, dude, I love the fact that Slipknot's putting on for all of these hardcore bands and, like, just smaller bands in general. I've noticed their the Knotfest website is constantly updating about new bands, and they're branching out to where it's like, I saw some headline, it was just like, such and such band with a punk feel, punk wave, conquer transphobia in their newest track. And it's just like, dude, that's Slipknot just
absolutely
putting on like one of the biggest metal bands to ever like, I mean, let's be honest, Slipknot is one of the biggest metal bands to ever exist. Even if you don't know Slipknot, you know Slipknot.
Yeah, you've seen the merch, you've seen the shirt, you've heard Before I Forget because you played Guitar Hero 3.
Yeah.
Like, we all...
When you hear I push my fingers into my eyes, you know what that is.
Yeah, you know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know, and it might, maybe it makes you uncomfortable, but whatever, you know what it is.
Right.
And that's crazy. And I think Knotfest is well on its way to becoming the next... Like, they're going to be... Like coalition kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to like Lamb Goat, kind of similar to like Metal Injection.
Yeah.
To where they're going to be a place where you can go and say, hey, or they can come to you and say, hey, we want to advertise you on our site, and like Hardcore Worldwide or this and that, and that's really cool because, especially because they're not just doing new metal or death metal bands, because that's what their fan base mostly likes. But they see that things are changing and that more people are interested in more than just something in a box.
Right, exactly.
They want something outside of the box,
and they like it all, too. And that's what's cool about it. Yeah, man, that's cool. And one thing, I mean, Knocked Loose is already doing that for other bands, too. Because before this Gojira tour, they did another tour, and they took One Step Closer, Karma, and so, some of these other bands, which obviously if you're in hardcore, you know those bands.
Yeah.
You've known those bands for a few years now, but Knocked Loose plays to a wider audience, and they were playing in smaller settings, that it was actually a very hardcore setting, no barriers, smaller like 300 cap venues and stuff. So then not only are you getting to experience Knocked Loose in the setting that they are most comfortable in and that they look good in and they sound the best in.
The setting that they're the best in, yes.
But now you're getting to be introduced to bands like Karma, bands like One Step Closer, that are just phenomenal hardcore bands that deserve every bit of that attention. And like, dude, I hope, especially for Karma, because Karma is one of the coolest bands. We've got to play with them a lot.
Yeah.
And they're such cool dudes.
Very nice.
Jordan is one of the nicest dudes I have ever met in my entire life. And to see them get that opportunity and Knock Loose take them out on that tour and like already seeing what happened for them just from that, like with the Hate 5-6 video, like we've experienced it to a very, very, very small degree.
Right.
But them that Hate 5-6 video, like it probably skyrocketed them to people that had never heard of Karma.
Yeah, literally.
So it's like that
and
on top of the
the
Knock
rabbit
Loose
hole
tour.
that those people, that these 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old, or even 25-year-old people
Right.
fall into when they go, oh, I got to show my friend this band Karma. And then they get on the Karma set that they were at, and they show their friend that because Hate 5-6, we'll get to you in a second.
Yep.
Well, and then their friends are like, whoa, Karma, that's so cool. This is so awesome and unique. What's this band? And they see, Drain on the side.
Right.
And now they're into a whole different subsect of hardcore. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like all like,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
excited
so sick.
because
And there's a few people now at this point we have to thank, but the person who propelled this into motion was Sonny
oh yeah.
of Hate 5-6.
And I think that brings us to our next little topic, which we just kind of talked about for a second. How awesome Sonny is for recording our band when we were in Philadelphia. The video is now up on YouTube. I would love for everyone to go watch how silly we look. And John talking about how he's from the Kentuck.
We're having a good time for sure.
It was really fun. And we've gotten a lot of funny comments about how we used to be Outcast and now we're Retribution.
Yeah.
And shout out Sonny and Hate 5-6 and everything you do. Not only music, but like you live streamed the indigenous people's
the rally in Philadelphia
on Monday.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Like the event that took place on the highway in Philadelphia during the BLM protest last year.
Yeah. Oh, his footage actually helped with some type of court case of some sort.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because it was unjust. And anyways, Sonny, keep doing everything that you do. Never stop. Knotfest has a segment with Sonny on their stream that they do every week.
And you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and say this because I don't know if I even told you about this. Furnace Fest, you really up by not getting Hate 5-6 to come record for you.
Sure
because now I see that you're posting, oh, the sound didn't meet the standard, so now we're not going to do the rest of our live stream. But you were live streaming a pre-recorded set and making people pay for it again. Furnace Fest was nothing more than a money grab.
Garbage.
There was awesome bands. I had people that I know personally that played Furnace Fest. It looked like a really, really fun time.
Yeah.
And a very nostalgic thing for people who came up in that era. But at the same time, that was literally nothing more than a money grab. The tickets were insane. And then on top of that, you're going to tell people they have to pay to watch a pre-recorded set. Get out of here with that. You should hire Sonny for all your video needs. You suck, Furnace Fest.
You should feel bad. I hope you feel bad. I'm going to you.
Yeah, beep, beep.
Well,
dude, that was good. We've been all over the place.
we have I think maybe we should hit a couple more scary voices before we send off this one.
Absolutely.
Oh man. Well, give me a second. Maybe think of a good little spooky scary monster
give me
voice
a
for
little-
you. What about me? You got anything for me yet?
Let's see here. Actually, I do.
Okay.
Let me get a little swig of this water here. I got my gallon jug for those listening.
Gulp, 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 gulp.
I'm drinking Climax water.
Have a Climax. From
Kentucky.
Climax, Kentucky. It's actually bottled in Orlando, Kentucky.
Well, I actually want to hear what you would sound like if you were turning into a werewolf.
Ooh.
Spooky.
Okay. Well, better hit the vape before I get this one going.
Oh, snap. Got to vape it up real good. I don't know why I made that noise with your vape stuff.
The Twilight vape. Okay. If I was turning into the to the
Into the werewolf.
the werewolf. I would sound something like this. Oh no! What day is it? No, it can't be.
It's Cinco de Mayo.
Pinata.
Oh, Matt, what's happening to you? Matt, why is that hair growing out of you? Matt! Oh, God! Oh, God, your face is getting low! Oh, no! He's a werewolf!
And when I went back, I'd go, because I him every time I go back. and then I just lay there covered in my own until someone finds me and asks me what the is wrong with me.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's so good.
Woo.
That was amazing. Yeah!
Woo.
God.
Okay.
How do you top that?
I don't know. Okay. Okay, John. I want to hear your best impersonation of Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Can you give me that? That's pretty scary. What's that? Oh, why the long face? What's her name?
Oh, shoot. I can't
Oh
think
my
of
God.
it.
I want to be her. Okay, go. All right, just whenever you're ready.
Just let me in. I want to talk. That's all I want to do. I just want to talk. Come on. Oh, that's my face coming through the door.
I like that. I like that a lot. Keep going.
Here's Johnny! I like had a hiccup in the middle of it. I said, here's Johnny!
And that's the way it goes in the movie.
Yes!
And then he's all like,
just like,
Red rum, red rum. Red rum.
oh my God.
Oh, well, this has been a good one.
Yeah, and we've definitely been
Here. That's 3 tonight.
That's 3.
High five. You're still covered in
Semen. 1, 2, 3. Big boys talking. We rocking. Big boys talking. Got my Nikes on. John's crocking. It might be shocking. It's just big boys talking. Turkeys flocking. Big boys talking. Apple sauces. Big boys talking.